I think it is a thing of self-conflict. It's just crazy. That's what is happening or going on with BK. Now, BK had a conversation earlier, and he was having conversation with one of his besties, definitely Nsuku, and he was talking about how his ship or whatever is going on, his friendship and vibe and bond or whatever it will be called, that is going on with Nate is exhausting. He doesn't really understand it and all the 9 yards. But there's one thing we are so confident about. No matter how much he lies to himself, BK likes and is interested in Nate. Now, there's just one but, and this but comes with the details of when it happens, how will I stand? What will I do? And what is that? Is the fact that she has revealed to the world that she is queer, right, into ladies. And then he does not mind. Most men actually these days, most men do not mind if a lady is into other ladies as long as she's also into men, right? But he is conflicted and concerned as to if she is into other ladies. If she finds a lady that she really cares about, she wouldn't like me as much. Now, he was having a conversation with we noticed he was having a conversation with Jojo around the dressing room. Jojo was kind of like doing his hair and all that. And then, now here was, what's her name? She just came, Nate came into the scene and, interrupted the conversation. I was like, this is the kind of conversation I like. Now, these two were talking about, I don't remember exactly what they were talking about, but it was such a platonic, good friendship kind of communication and stuff. So Nate overheard it and came in through, I was like, well, this kind of communication I like. And then knowing Nate, Beekay had to ask, so what other conversations don't you like? He's like the other ones you used to have, like the ones you have with Pilele and some other ladies. See, let's be honest, she was also referring to Nsuku. But it is what it is. Whatever they choose to say, we'll just assume and piece 1 and 2 together. So, of course, he was talking about how she was just referring to how close he might probably be with some of these other ladies, and she wants him to herself. Now, of course, if she is bi-curious, then BK is the guy that she would want to try and have an experience with. That is, if she has never had an experience with guys. Now, of course, after that, we noticed that every time this lady gets the opportunity, that is Mzansi would do her best to frustrate Nate. She needs to press next, she needs to step on toes as much as possible. So it was now nighttime. The rooms were already on black and white on our screens, and then BK was having a conversation with Nate as per usual in the past few days, right? And then all of a sudden here was Nsuku walking towards them with her towel, and she got there and she was like, what's up? I didn't get to see you, BK. What have you been doing? Are you freshened up? Have you taken a shower? He's like, first off, before we start talking about this, where have you been? She said she went to ease herself, and it seems like she took a long time. And after easing herself, she then went to the lounge and sat down. Now, it turns out from the way he's asking, he had actually looked for her but didn't see her. And he's like, oh, you took quite long. And then here she was back to her question. Wouldn't you like to take a shower? Let's go and take a shower. He's like, no, I've taken my shower already. And whether it was before the party and after the party, he just didn't want to go for another round, especially not with Nsuku, because he still has his brotherly bond with her, at least from his own end. But Nsuku, we know she likes him. And she's like, okay, can you give me a hug before I go? And he's like, no, you cannot stand up. And she's like, okay, I could meet you halfway down, you meet me halfway up. I'm like because all the while she was saying this, honestly, Nate was just there staring into the atmosphere. Of course, we know she could see and hear everything that was happening, and she was definitely jealous. But you know what? Nsuku is going to press next as much as she wants. Now, this still had to hug, and of course, Nsuku was laughing, this laugh of mocking, this kind. Anybody with Pepe, anybody who's mad at this should go and die. After she left, it just seemed as though it put a dent in the conversation that BK and Nate were having, because she was not really interested in the conversation, and he was like, oh, okay. Then he laid down and tried to just cover himself. It's just crazy how this is going, actually.
The ones you have with you're talking about that I don't know about.
Do you want to shower? Can I kneel to meet you halfway?
Now, I don't know what to call this. Is it hypocrisy at the height of it, or a thing of being a sore loser, or more? It might just be more, but I'm sure it's definitely two of what I've said earlier, because, like, excuse you. So anyways, there was a fight about food. And now this fight, I didn't expect it, because people involved in the fight have done similar or even worse. Now, of course, after the Saturday night party, the housemates were supplied with some drinks and pies, right? Meat pies. And it was quite a lot, but definitely the way they eat, with, you know, everybody thinking about their own stomach first, everybody might not definitely get the same number or an equal number of whatever is being given in Big Brother's house, right? Most times, especially when it comes to food, that's how it ends up being. So here was Luzuko and Swayze very bitter and angry, especially Swayze. According to him, they have been effed over, and it is high time people respect and understand that principle should be over the opportunity, or over normal attitude of acting anyhow as anyone feels. Now, according to him, he and Luzuko and a few number of housemates got 1 or 2 pies, whilst the others who feel they're more important and had the opportunity to, they've been eating 4, 5 pies. In fact, he has not even seen anyone that really eats like 3, but it's been 4, 5 and more. Now they will have sausage, they've only eaten 1 or only 2. That this thing is becoming too much, and he doesn't like it. He's not even attacking anybody, because at a point Sipali felt he was being attacked. But excuse you, if it was Sipali doing it, he would not say this thing. He would not attack Sipali. If it was Luzuko, he would not attack. If it was Melino, if it was Ezra, he would not attack, because these are people in his clique. So while he was still talking and, you know, shouting or raising his voice, Nsuku was confused. She had to tap him. Excuse you, there is pie. If you want more pie, go and carry pie. And he's like, no, I'm talking. It is about principle. How would some people have this number, we don't have this number? And all I could say is, excuse you, was it not the likes of you and Sipali and I think Ezra that would go to the kitchen and steal food and eat, while some people have not even gotten at all? You'll be eating your second or third round. You would leave the head of house lounge and come downstairs and take things from there, and they would be insulted. So why are you shouting? Like, it's the audacity for me.
4 pounds. Or how? Pie, go back.
No, listen. There's principle and you being okay with what's going on. It's not the same thing.